that's cool, isn't it? Nice.
Next up in the workshop, Chinello has a beautiful piece of Jamaican fabric to work with.
Okay, this looks very similar to something I know of.
Really? What's that?
This is very similar to fabric that we would wear in the Igbo culture of Nigeria for weddings and like ceremonies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with the plaid print, and I know in Jamaica they would use this to maybe make bandanas and wrap their hair up. The fabric belongs to Ava and was a gift from her mum on her first trip to England.
And she came to England when my son was born. And it was important because one, it's my mom's, two, it's our national fabric. So that is very sentimental for me. And it smells of my mom still because I haven't washed it. It is important to have a bit of Jamaica in my home because after all, I'm Jamaican, it's in my DNA. And I live far, and I think having your culture around you sometimes comforts you, and the fabric, among other things I have, just sometimes give that sense of it's okay because you have a piece of your island with you. And England is cold and dreary, so have a bit of sunshine in my house is excellent.
The fabric's been in Ava's wardrobe for years. But now she wants her cultural heritage on display so she can enjoy it.
I'd love it to be transformed into something that I can use in my everyday life. I don't want any of the fabric to be wasted. It came 6,000 miles across the ocean. Let's not waste it.
So the pressure's on, but I'm sure top designer Chinello can come up with something spectacular.
So in my head, I want it to be a timepiece. I'm thinking I want the fabric to definitely be the star of the show, so I want that to be the face of the clock. But I'm also wanting to draw like elements of things that make me think of Jamaica, like the sun, that nature, maybe like a nice piece of wood that would represent somehow palm trees and some spokes coming out.
Now she's cut out all her pieces of fabric, she said,
I need to.
To make the clock face concave, Chinello builds up layers of fabric in a bowl.
It's giving me this rippled effect around the outside of the shape of the clock face, and I really like that. So I'm evening out that ruffling that it's giving me around the edges, just so it looks nice and even and perfect.
Chinello's transforming traditional Jamaican fabric into a statement clock. She's used the material to create the clock face, but now she's working with wood to bring a tropical island feel to her design.
I've never done anything like this before, so this is definitely a first for me. So I'm hoping it goes really well. I think it will go well. I think it'll look beautiful when it's done. Definitely well out of my comfort zone. So these wooden doweling pieces are going to form the sun ray effect on the clock. So this is going directly behind the face of the clock, which is then mounted onto the wooden piece. Even though I'm trying to create a sun feel, a sun effect, so usually I'd go with a gold tone for something like that, but that wouldn't work very well with this fabric, so that's why I've gone with this silver metallic colour.
Ava was insistent none of the fabric went to waste, so with the leftover material, Chinello's decided to make some bespoke cushions.
I just thought it would be nice to tie it into the rest of the decor of the house somehow, and cushions is always a good way to do that. Okay, so I am getting, this is the actual cushion cover now that I'm making from the fabric. First of all, I'm going to put this trimming all around